Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing well. In today's audio, we're going to be talking about karmics. And specifically, we're going to be talking about karmic contracts, how they get activated, and some ways in which it can happen. The reason why is because I've been speaking to a couple of you about karmics lately, so just thought I would share with everyone because I think it's a very important topic to kind of be aware of these things. Before I start, I will just quickly answer one question. So, guys, I don't know if you know this, but I do also do friendship spells and some other spells that I don't have listed just because they're not that popular. But basically, when you do friendship spells or road openers or something, and whatever, actually whatever spell work, and you are aligning with that spell, if the spell is meant for your social life, right, and you are aligning energetically with the spell because that's the part of it, what can happen is that the people that have some your friends that are fake friends, let's just say fake friends, right, they will kind of fall off. You're gonna lose those. The reason why is because energetically you are no longer a match and your spell work is for friendship, and this is not friendship, so obviously they need to go away. So for those of you who have been asking about that, yes, that is normal, yes, that is part of it. When we are attracting friends, we don't want the fake ones. So what the friendship spells will do, they will make the friendships we already have better. But if they are fake friendships, and they will just go away if those people don't have good intentions, it will not make it better, because obviously we can't change people necessarily with spell work if they simply aren't your friends and don't have your best intentions, don't have, sorry, best intentions for you. Then they will just fall apart because energetically they're no match for you anymore. Okay, so now on the topic of the karmics. So with karmic relationships, they don't have to be love relationships. It doesn't have to be about love. It can be friendships, it can be a bunch of things. But today we're going to be talking about the love aspect, of course, because that is something that just makes you the most interested, I guess, in these things. So, first of all, not every single person will have karmic relationships. Not every single person will have karmic contracts. And the reason why is because some of us are meant to learn something through that type of dynamic and grow from that type of dynamic in this lifetime, and some are not. For some, the focus is not necessarily on that, or they have already mastered that, or it's not the time to master it yet. So how some people, they just meet their boyfriend or girlfriend in high school, they stay together forever, and they have the most perfect marriage, and that's it. So those are the people who obviously don't have to go through that process. Um, so not everybody will have a love karmic, right? People that will can have one or can have several, and often it will be more than one, just because sometimes we will not be learning our lessons, and then we're gonna have to have another one. So often we will have a pattern. Um, just because we need to grow and learn something. And it can go in our next lives if that is something you believe, of course, and so on and so on and so on. So, having explained that, clearly karmics are here to make us learn something, sorry, and make us grow. And those things will always be things about us. Some things we need to change about us. Maybe some reactions, some attachment styles. Um, it doesn't have to be that. It can be sometimes even a change of career, a change of life path, a bunch of things, honestly. doesn't have to be just about some aspects of you. It can be lots of things, and it's going to depend on a person. So that is their purpose. Their purpose is not about the relationship itself. And now, karmic relationships, they will usually be challenging. They will usually end. They will usually, they will kind of, even when there are still happening, or when they end, they will leave you. Sorry, they will leave you feeling confused, and in you will kind of search for answers, and you will be motivated by that person and that connection, because it will be unclear, you'll be confused, you're going to be feeling there is something deeper here. This person is somebody really important for me. Most people will get into spirituality, magic, tarot, whatever, because they just had a breakup with a karmic. So I'm sure this is familiar to a lot of you guys. And the reason why you're going to be feeling there is something deep here, and you're going to think it's something deep within your connection. And I mean, yes, it is, because you have a contract, but there is a deeper meaning behind it. It's not about your relationship. So, with a karmic, once you learn your lesson and grow, or, this is why when we do spell work, we also work on ourselves, so we can like do that growth and learn those lessons, and then we can actually have a relationship with our karmics. They don't have to end, and we can keep them. There is no rule. Some people say that you can never stay with your karmic, and they're just here for a brief amount of time. It doesn't have to be like that, because they do have a mission, they do have a contract, but what happens afterwards is not set in stone. And none of these things that are kind of, how do I put it, predestined, it doesn't mean that there is a specific way they're going to work, and that you can't interfere with that, and that you can't do anything. This is why we have free will. This is why we can use magic. This is why we have our mindsets that can change things for us, and a bunch of others. So, yeah, everything's possible. But in this audio specifically, I wanted to talk about some ways that you can actually meet your karmic. So, karmic connections, that's such a great topic. Of course, there are billions of ways. I'm just going to talk about the most common ones, the ones that, from my own experience as a caster and a reader, are the most common. So it can happen that you just meet them by accident somewhere, somehow, and you just feel something. You feel like you've known them forever, or it just feels weird. It just feels different. You're just kind of gonna know, okay, this person is somehow special. And then you may not see them for a while, and then somehow they reappear in your life. And it's always in these weird ways. So that is one way. And, right away, you're just gonna click, and you're just kind of gonna know subconsciously, because okay, hey, this is the person, I know this person, we have a contract. And then other ways, you may know these people for like years and years and years. These people can be your co-workers, they can be somebody you went to school with, they can be your neighbors, anyone. And you can know them for years, and then the contract will not be activated until obviously there is timing for it, the time where you need to experience it, where you need to do that growth, where it's supposed to happen. So it can be with somebody you already know. So how does that play out? So let's say there's a karmic that's your coworker, and you've known this coworker for 5 years. This coworker has never ever been interesting to you. You were not attracted, you were not like thinking about this person. And all of a sudden something happens, maybe they flirt a little, maybe they look at you a certain way. Something happens, and all of a sudden this person becomes interesting to you. And it's so weird. Why now? And all of a sudden you're obsessed with this person. Or this is a very common way. You may suddenly have a vivid dream about this person that you prior were not interested in. And it was either a sexual dream or like a nice romantic dream. And it's one of those dreams you can't get out of your head for like a long time. And you start thinking about it and you felt so good in the dream. And now you're looking at this person differently. You're now looking at them differently. And then the contract activates and something happens between the two of you. So, guys, I hope this is clear now and I hope it makes sense. If you're going to have any other questions about karmics, I'll be happy to answer them. Bye.